A few days ago, I watched the trailer for Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I just... Why? Why do I even bother to get excited about movie adaptations of books anymore? They just... It's like they didn't even read the book. They just changed so much and just... I don't want to talk about that right now. You can read all the things that they've changed on the comments on the trailer over on YouTube, or you can look at the discussions on IMDb and just to see all of that. But what I really want to talk about right now is movie adaptations of books in general, and why it really is such a big deal that they change everything from the book. When something like this happens, someone always says, this isn't like the book. Why can't movies be like the book? And then there's always someone who's always like, they're like, movies and books are different mediums, so of course there are going to be differences, blah, blah, blah. I know this. I'm not an idiot. I know that you can't include every detail from a long book into a 2-hour movie. Those of us who love books are aware of that. We know that there are times when changes need to be made. Like maybe the book is way too long to fit into a 2-hour movie, so they have to cut out a lot of backstory like they did in Princess Bride. Or maybe they have to combine some secondary characters. For example, Madame Giry from Phantom of the Opera. In the book, she's a combination of 3 different characters from the book. And I understand that the movie would be too long to include all those characters. Just needing to change some things does not excuse completely changing major characters and main elements of the plot for no apparent reason. Why can't Emma have fire powers? Why did they feel the need to change that? There's no reason, and it's a huge important part of the story. I already said I'm not going to talk about that. But really, if you have to disregard the book to be able to enjoy the movie, what's the point of the movie having the same title and the same character names? They may as well make their own story with their own title and names instead of just using a few similar things to get more viewers. But they don't, because they know that they'll get more money by having the same title as a popular book. People forget that the whole reason they're adapting a popular book is to get the fans of the book to come see the movie. The studio expects that most of the people who come to see the movie will have already read the book, and yet they go change it anyway. It's like they want to make the fans angry. It's like they're saying, give us your money, even though we obviously don't like you. You know what they should do? They should make movies that are inspired by books, not based on. That in the credits they say, inspired by this one book. And what I mean by that is they read the story, and then they let that inspire a completely new story. Because these people making these movies are obviously very creative people. But making a movie that's based on a book holds back their creativity, because they still have to stick to some things from the book. And so that keeps them from making something new and wonderful. Just look at Frozen. Frozen is inspired by the story of the Snow Queen. And by changing the title and the characters' names, Disney allowed themselves room to be creative, and they were able to make their own unique story. And by coming right out and saying that Frozen is inspired by the Snow Queen, Disney let people who've read this story know that it isn't going to be like the original at all. By making movies that are loosely inspired by books, the studio avoids giving fans the false hope of seeing the book they've read on screen. And so that way fans don't get as upset, because they know that the studio is actually making an effort to create an interesting story instead of just ripping off a book to get money. But of course, the evil movie producers will keep right on saying that movies are based on books because they know that that will make the book fans feel compelled to come see the movie, and thus the evil movie producers keep getting tons of money. Is there anything we can do to change this? You might feel like there's nothing you can do, that you're just a normal person, and so you can't go up against huge business people, so you should just accept it. But that is not the truth. You can do something. Don't see the movie in theaters. Wait until it comes out on DVD, and then go rent the DVD. Or better yet, wait till it comes on Netflix. Now, if you really think a movie looks like something you'll enjoy, go see it. But don't feel like you have to see a movie in theaters just because you've read the book. Don't go wasting your money on something that you think is going to make you feel miserable. Because when you see a movie in theaters and you give these people your money, you're telling them that they should make more movies like this, that you're okay with them using beloved stories for their own selfish ends. But if everyone who reads the books doesn't give their give their money to the movies, then it'll defeat the studio's evil plan of using the book to draw in book fans, so that built-in audience they hoped that they were going to get won't be there. But of course I know that the people who've not read the book will still probably go see the movie anyway, and so you might not make much of a difference after all. But at least you will have saved your money, and you can use that money to buy more books. But I want to hear your opinion. Do you think I'm overreacting to this, or do you agree with me? What are some ideas you have for fixing this problem? And do you even see it as a problem? Post a comment below and tell me what you think. And thank you for listening to my rant.